Is the Xiaomi 12 Pro the flagship to beat? I'm Cholo, let's find out. Xiaomi's latest flagships have finally landed in the Philippines, and today we're going to be taking a look at the top-end model from that batch. We have a very premium looking black box with some kind of like rose gold text on it. Below we can see some quick specs for the phone. And inside the package, we get a SIM ejector pin, documentation, a jelly case, USB-C cable, and a 120-watt charger. Now for the phone, we get a subtle, cleaner frosted finish for the Xiaomi 12 Pro versus the typical gloss we usually get with similar phones. And personally, I absolutely love the design of this phone. It has quickly become one of my favorite back panels from this year. The frosted gray finish not only looks and feels premium, but it also does a good job against fingerprints, see? Really good. They did not officially announce any Gorilla Glass 5, but the regular Xiaomi 12 does have it, so I'm pretty sure this one has it too. I mean, napaka-solid ng feels, so it would make sense. The phone has curved sides and edges, and the frosted glass back curves into the aluminum frame. When holding it, this makes the phone feel thinner than it actually is. The power and volume rockers are on the right side, while the USB-C resides on the bottom together with the SIM slot tray. There is no 3.5mm jack, but we do get stereo speakers that are tuned by Harman Kardon. And they do sound really good. Here's an audio sample. We've seen fantastic displays in our time, and oh boy, the one on the Xiaomi 12 Pro is right up there with the best. Sobrang solid. To be specific, the phone gets a 6.7-inch Super AMOLED sourced from Samsung. We get a 3200 by 1440p resolution, 20 by 9 aspect ratio, HDR10+, Dolby Vision support, and 1500 nits of brightness. All the goodies you'd expect from a top-tier panel. Plus, you get a 480Hz touch sampling rate for super responsive gaming. And to top things off, we have a 120Hz refresh rate which you can adjust easily depending on what you're using it for, or if you want a little more battery life. But yeah, you guys know we love our fast refresh rates. Anything higher than 60Hz is great. 3 cameras adorn the back of the Xiaomi 12 Pro, and all of them serve a purpose with no filler in sight. That's a 50-megapixel f1.9 main camera with PDAF and OIS, with a Sony IMX707 sensor, 50-megapixel f2.2 ultra-wide, and a 50-megapixel f1.9 telephoto. Up in front, we have a 32-megapixel f2.5 selfie camera. Image quality from the main shooter is superb. There's plenty of detail captured in the photos, incredible sharpness, as well as fantastic dynamic range all around. That OIS also comes in handy when you're shooting in low light. There's hardly any noise and highlights are preserved nicely even in challenging shooting conditions. The zoom lens takes good photos as well, though our main complaint here is that 2x isn't really a lot of zoom power versus, the offerings of other brands. 4x would have made more sense, and probably OIS added in would have been great. That aside though, maganda yung mga photos. And just like the first two, ultra-wide shots deliver as expected. Though obviously image quality isn't as good as the main camera, still, things are consistent all throughout and you'll be getting your money's worth when it comes to photos. As for selfies, skin toning was great, but I did notice that when I was shooting, the auto exposure had a hard time adjusting. Hopefully there'll be an update, but you'll have to tap the focus to get the proper lighting you're aiming for. Then finally, video. You'll be happy to know it's vlog-worthy. Together with the image quality and different levels of stabilization, you'll be able to take some very tasty footage. B-roll, A-roll, vlogging, travel, food, everything. And of course, the phone is also great for TikTok, and you can follow us at Unbox_PH. We have lots of giveaways, so check it out. And just like any of the recent flagships, the phone runs Qualcomm's latest and greatest processor, a Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 paired with 12GB of RAM and 256GB of storage. It's basically the best smartphone processor in the market as of the making of this video. Benchmark tests versus the Galaxy S22 Ultra sees neck-to-neck performance in almost every metric. which is to be expected honestly since both phones use the same chipset. Some media outlets reported severe throttling when subjected to 3D Mark's Wildlife Extreme stress test. Our test showed that while there was throttling at the second run of the stress test, its thermals were manageable and allowed the phone to finish the run without any issues. In real-world use, I never really saw any thermal throttling while playing Genshin Impact on the highest settings for an hour. Yes, uminit yung phone, but it was more warm than hot, which is pretty normal. The phone uses Android 12 running MIUI 13 on top, and Xiaomi's been tinkering with the UI to deliver up to 40% background process efficiency. And finally, the phone has a 4,600 mAh battery inside of it that lasted 9 hours and 10 minutes. That's not really spectacular, so you might want to turn down the refresh rate to 90Hz for more time. But it does sport one of the fastest wired charging speeds we've seen here in the Philippines, 120 watts. There's also 50-watt wireless charging available as well, and 10-watt reverse charging for other devices. At least you know you can quickly juice up if you need to. So there you have it, our full review on the Xiaomi 12 Pro. The phone impressed me. We have an amazing looking screen, solid build quality and design, as well as ultra-fast charging time. The cameras no doubt also nailed down its value, and you'll be happy with its overall performance for years to come. So if you ask me, sulit na sulit siya for 48,999 pesos, cheaper than some of the other flagships out there. So grab one while you can. You can check out more reviews on our website, and please do like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications. Once again, it's Cholo of Unbox, and I'll see you guys in the next one.